Hello, Facebook family and beyond. So I know I have totally been absent with my 30 days, 30 videos, 30 days challenge. And I really don't know what to say about that other than I am sorry and I apologize because I do know that there's people that have a certain expectancy and they rely on me and they look forward to certain videos even though those may be my little silent viewers. And so I need to realize that right now I'm in my initial startup stages, and obviously I'm not going to have a lot of people that, number one, are maybe interested or are going to take seriously the things that I have to say and the things that I have to share. But also, number two, I have to allow myself time for my exposure and awareness to kind of, ripple out into the world. And so I'm learning to be patient, and I'm understanding that, and I'm okay with that. So I need to show up every day no matter what, because this video might be sought after, for, my future clients and things like that. So I wanted to share, and I believe this is video, hey Veronica, I believe this is video 22 or 23. I should have checked before I did this, but I was in the moment. I was like, let me just get this on and get it out. And I'm always sharing at the end of my videos, which kind of just, I realized that my last video came kind of as a natural catchphrase, and I always told myself, how will I get one of those catchphrases or things that somebody says, and that whenever you hear that, it resonates to that person, that puts that you in the mindset of others, because it's your sentence, it's your saying, it's your catchphrase, it's your motto. And so I didn't really dwell on it too much, although it popped in my head from time to time. And I realized I kind of came up with one without really knowing, and it really came from the heart, it came from the soul, naturally. And I always heard that it would come naturally, but I just didn't know when or how it would come. So it was really amazing how it did. And basically that's, be kind to yourself as well as others, but also to try something new and to see where it takes you. And that's the one I want to really discuss today. Because here's the thing. If a lot of you don't know, I am on a path and a journey to discover my best self, and I'm answering a call. I feel that I found my calling. Aside from interests, aside from things that I love to do and I'm passionate about, but I feel like I've actually found found my calling. And to me, that is having the gift of gab, being really being intuitive when I'm speaking with people and talking, and really enjoying it and really liking to engage with people, and just the gift of gab. I realize I need to be sharing my story and putting it out there and sharing what I've been through with other people, because somebody out there needs to hear this. I need to help somebody. And like I've said it before in my previous videos, I don't want to just help one person or somebody. I'm not going to be satisfied if I just save one person, everything will be cool. Maybe that's good for other people, but for me it's not. I want to help many people, okay? And so, this is the forefront of my journey. And so the topic is really based around that saying, which is, I feel like that's my catchphrase now, is try something new, see where it takes you. Because the other day when we went to, or I'm sorry, not the other day, it was 2 weeks ago, we went to this lagoon in Long Beach. It was, me and my family, and it was really fun. I got burnt. My face was horrible. My makeup was not adhering to my face. I was like super red. Anyways, beside the point, tangent one, is my daughter, oh my Lord, I'm not kidding. It's hard to really say, okay, she's a spitting image of me, like in regards to just features and her looks, but like just her personality, her spirit, her fire, her tenacity. But I think to like the second power. And at first I used to beat myself up over it, because I used to be like, I don't know how to handle it. And again, this is tangent too, but I'm really starting to understand, and it's slowly unfolding. I used to think, man, my daughter's just like me, but I don't know how to handle her. I don't know what to do with her. But I'm realizing I'm learning that. Okay, so here's the thing. The point to that was, she is so fearless and outgoing. She just goes up to whoever she feels connected with. She'll see somebody, she'll spot them, and she's gone. She like zones in. She's like, hey, you're my friend. We're going to be friends. So what do you want to do? And that's it. She has no setbacks or holdups whatsoever. It's absolutely adorable, but at the same time, it's like, how other people can kind of be annoyed, and especially when they're little kids, especially when they don't even have kids, so they don't quite understand or relate to how, you know, how to have a kid. They're, especially if they're younger, just kind of like, oh, kids, they annoy me, you know, like, let me do my thing. And I understand that, so I try to kind of like, you know, like slow her down or pull her back, and I'm like, hey, you know, baby, come hang out with me or whatever. But I try to also stay out of her way to let her learn and to do her own thing, to kind of see how people respond to her and how she responds back. So she made a friend, let's just put it this way, she made a few friends, but there is two young, beautiful young ladies that she met and that were just so sweet and kind and loving and open and welcoming to her. And so what ended up happening was, because of that, because I allowed her to kind of just do her own thing at the age of 4 and you know, hang out with these girls who obviously they of course let me know they didn't mind, they were fine, they worked with kids, so they were okay with it. Well, later that day, as my daughter began to build this relationship and you know, talk with them and just play with them and be around them, those two young ladies' mother, who had brought them, came, and she was hanging out on the beach of the lagoon, on the shore, whatever, the sand part. And you know, they were talking, and so I see them. I was like, oh, that's their mother. And I went to go talk to her. Well, basically, let's just put the domino effect or the snowball effect, and one thing led to another. Me and this lady, we just had a very, very easy flowing conversation. A lot of the things she was saying were just right. They felt good, and I was, you know, bouncing off of that and vibrating off of that and responding. And it was a really, really good conversation. And those are the types of conversations that I really want to have on a daily basis, multiple times a day, that I want to have with people like her, like-minded, that, you know, are super smart, super aware, but just maybe need a little bit of either it's accountability, or maybe they need some insight that I have that they may not have, you know, just because they're 40, 50 years old, or, you know, they may not understand certain things the way I understand it because of my specific and unique experiences. And so that's what I'm sharing for her. So anyways, we decided, we exchanged information, we met up, we had coffee, we talked more, got more deep. Of course, there is no way we could talk about everything we wanted to talk about. And here's the thing. That was my one thing of trying something new, which was through my daughter. My daughter actually, get this, me and this lady started talking. She actually asked me if I do private coaching, and I was kind of like, yes, I do. It was absolutely wonderful to have somebody ask me versus me having to, you know, like pitch it to them or share it with them or whatever. Because you don't always want to feel like you're talking about business or selling. I didn't put my do not disturb on, you know, your services or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, how can you not, especially when you're in services? Because it's like, at least for me, my business is my life. You know, talking with people, wanting to help people, that is my life. Like, it feels natural for me. It feels good for me. It feels like that's where my strong suit is and where my authority is. So I just kind of let my daughter be her, and because of her, she basically was the doorway to my first and new coaching client. So yeah, so that lady asked me, and so, you know, the rest is history. So I mean, those are just the kind of things, though, amazing, beautiful, exciting, you know, things that happen when you step outside of your comfort zone and you allow yourself to just kind of be and to just interact with people. Like, society today is so enthralled and so consumed by you know, technology, which is good, but it's being abused. It's like anything else. It's being abused, and it's become an addiction, to where we can't even now sit with people for a meal or for dinner or for whatever. And us too, we've caught ourselves, and you know, me, I've done it, I do it sometimes still, and I still actively have to say, like, okay, whoa, let's get the phone, let's turn it off, let's not even have it on the table, you know, even if it's face down, because you're going to be inclined to pick up that phone and look at it, right? So put it off to the side. But the point is, like, we don't connect with people. And then aside from that, aside from thinking that people are just a burden or a bother or inconvenient, oh, they're messing up my flow, they're messing with my schedule and this and that, we're actually developing almost a fearful mentality and a fearful spirit that the world is dangerous, and it's it's out to hurt you, and it's out to destroy you. And so I believe really people can really drive themselves crazy. Like when they say, you're nuts and you're driving yourself crazy, I really with all my heart believe that that is possible, and it's true, because your reality is whatever you make it appear. I mean, and so there's a lot of people that live in here and they want to, like, oh no, I can't get on Facebook. Oh no, I can't expose myself. Or, oh no, I can't, show myself to the world because then somebody's going to try to kill me or whatever. And again, I understand about that because I used to think that way too. And there's sometimes when that old mindset comes to me, I'm like, oh, the world is pretty scary and there's things out there. And so obviously, what is this? Obviously I'm careful, I'm smart about certain things. I'm not just out there like, oh, positivity and good manifestation and everything good's gonna happen. Because here's the thing about that. Here's the flip side. Yes, you can be on a high vibe, positive frequency, and maybe things in life will sort of miss you, and it's kind of like that divine shield of you, like, well, I think all these good things, and so therefore if it's out of sight, out of mind, yes. But that only goes so far, because here's the thing, free will. And that's the key factor between why people say, well, they try to say things like, well, if God was such a good God, why would he allow, children dying and people killing each other? And the thing is, that's not God, that's not the universe. Here's the thing, it's man. That's man doing that. It's not God allowing anything. Okay, God gave us free will to choose and to make decisions and to think for ourselves, because he loves us. Just as I love my daughter, for her to make her decisions, to experience things, to go forward and try things, to meet with new people, which therefore brought me a beautiful, awesome new client, my first client, amazing. So and that's the thing, it's it's a cycle, right? It's a circle of things. Okay, I lost my train of thought of what I was saying. Darn it, I hate when I do that. I'm sorry, people. I'm going on 11 minutes. So as long my new time limit is no longer 5 minutes. It's gonna be anywhere from 20 minutes downward, because I find that I really get the best of my soul and content out there, like the really good, authentic. What's the word I'm looking for? Like. Goodness, and now I can't think of my words, and so. But the really rich part of what I'm trying to say as I get, and that's past the 5 minute mark, that's just the threshold of when I really get into it. So yeah, let's get back to the point of just, put yourself out there, try something new, and see where it takes you. Okay, the world out there is beautiful, but again, right here, that's where I left off, was, that man was given free will. Okay, and so that's the thing, is it's people making these decisions, deciding to do these things that hurt and harm other people. And so I think that's what you have to really think about, is what side are you on? Are you on the side of somebody that is, not just woo woo, positive, go go, rah rah, good things in life, but really, really authentically and like, richly, and like really, really kind of like living your life so that yes, it's good for you and it's happy for you, but also that you're being of service to others, and that you're holding back a lot of, let's just put the unhelpful parts of yourself, and keeping that out of the world, kind of, because just think of this, whatever you do, anything you do, anytime you physically put something into this universe, when it goes from here to out into the universe and the world, it causes a ripple effect. Hence the story of my daughter and my first client, right? It causes a ripple effect, and it's that whole, are you feeding the black wolf or the white wolf? What type of impact are you and are you having on people around you in the world? Are you going to be positive and uplifting and like as best as you can be to make people's lives and your experience more just joyful and enjoyable, right, and peaceful? Or are you just always kind of like, oh, I'm so mad at everything and the world is this and that? And if I was like pissed off at my daughter and like was frustrated because she didn't want to listen to me and just obey me and leave those girls alone and just do as I say when I say to do it, I wouldn't have met my client that I met. And even possibly deeper than that, a lifelong friend. I don't know where this relationship is going to lead to, right? I don't know how long it's going to be around. We'll see. But the point is, don't allow, let's put that, I don't want to say don't allow. move away from the fear tactic, the fear mindset, and move into more openness of people around you and of experiences and connecting with people, because this thing is good, but that's funny. I can't touch you. You can't touch me. You can't really see everything in regards to my body, the way I'm moving and holding myself. You can see my face and my, this, but this is still a filter. There's still a filter here between me and you. And you could only get so much. You could only receive so much of that energy through a screen. So that's why, really, really being physically with somebody in proximity is so important. And here's another tangent, and here's something else to think of before. Some of you that are in relationships that think and believe that you're going to be able to sustain a relationship from a distance and be upset and be pissed off and annoyed when your other half is connecting on that level, bonding with somebody else that's physically there. You cannot get upset with that. Okay, if you have no control over, which you do, we have 90% control over what we goes on in our life. We do. You're making a decision to be away from your other partner, and they are making the same decision. So you can make a decision to move through life together or move through life apart, which makes no sense. Why even be married? That just I don't understand that. Anyways, but you have to either accept it, that there's a possibility that your other half will connect with somebody else, and things are going to turn for the worst and down a path you might not want, or and just be aware of that. Or what's the other thing? It's not really being okay with it, but just basically being aware and accepting that's usually what happens. It's usually what's going to happen, and it's not because they don't love you. It's not because they care for you any less. Not in all situations. It's just because we're human and we really need to physically connect and be around people. And that goes to another thing, which is why I don't believe that anybody is self-made. I sure as heck am not. Everybody that I've ever met and I've ever come into, I feel like has given me a part of them, and therefore I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful on a lot of levels. And there's some things where I realize, like, wow, there's certain things times where I may not have been grateful. So just let's bring it back around, right? And let's not live in that world, right? Let's not be those people that live in that scary, ooh, this is a scary, horrible place to live type of world. Let's create our world and try something new and see where it leads us. Most of the time, in the majority of the time, it's going to be something that's absolutely beautiful, absolutely enlightening, something that's absolutely joyful and exciting. And that, to me, is one of the number one ways to live, is just excited about. I'm just excited about an ice cream cone, just excited about eating something healthy or organic, just excited about going to the beach or a lagoon, just excited about reading a book, excited about all the little things, which are really the big things, excited that you get to see your children smile, excited that your children are walking, that you're walking, excited that society and man is so intelligent and so smart and so amazing that they make things like this water bottle that makes drinking super easy and super quick, and actually I need to take a drink of water. Everybody, water break, okay? I think I'm gonna start implementing that in my videos, is water break. Just to be excited over simple things that have big, amazing results and impact, that give us the simplicity and the speed and the convenience, right, of being in life at this moment, in this time period, and also being wherever you're at, where you have freedoms, right? Certain freedoms, because a lot of countries do not have these. So just today, just do something for me. One thing that is absolutely new to you, that is outside of your comfort zone, that feels, like up here stopping you, but in here it's like, it's right. And 5 seconds, just make the decision to do it. Don't take any longer than 5 seconds, because everybody knows that's a threshold. And when your mind starts telling you don't do it, tries to turn on the safety switch and is like holding you back. So just whatever you think, if it, as long as it's in, doesn't have to be the right way, perfect way, there's no right way. There's only a good way and there's a bad way. That's it. There's no right way. There's 1,000 good ways and 1,000 wrong ways or bad ways to do things, right? Okay. So is it a good thing? Is it, if it feels good and it's a good deed or something, I'm gonna hit 20, do it. All right, y'all, stay safe, stay good, stay blessed. I love you guys. Everybody sending as much out as I can, and in spite of the filter. And I'm looking forward to you. Hey, if you guys are looking for a mindset coach and a spirituality alignment in addition to that, please connect with me, comment below, instant message me, friend request me, then message me. Don't just friend request me, because I don't like people, let me rephrase that. I really am drawn and appreciate and respect people more that not only friend request me, but that send me like a message with that. It's kind of like somebody tapping you on going up to somebody in the world, right? And tapping them on the shoulder. And then when they turn around, you're just absolutely silent. You're just like, you just call their attention, but then that's it. You're like, they know nothing about you. They don't know what you want. There's no point. You just, I don't know, you just felt like tapping them, right? So don't do that. Don't, please, I'm asking you, just, I'm not with the pokes and all that silly stuff. That's fun for other people. Intentional, right? That's how I'm living my life. So if you want to connect with me, friend request me, that's fine. I'd rather you connect and follow me, or add me, follow my page, which is at Mandy A. Fernandez. My other one is Multi-Level Mandy, which is my affiliate program page, which I'm going to create some groups, okay? So I'm going to create groups, because I hear those are actually better to interact with people versus pages. So yeah, so anyways, again, tangent, I'm going on 22 minutes. So yes, go ahead and follow me and send me an instant message and let me know what it is you would like. If you want to be a part of my program that's about to launch September 10th is my daughter's birthday, so September 15th is when it's due to launch. If you want to be a part of that, hit me a message, drop me a comment below, reach out to me, and get on my early bird special. I'm going to start pushing some stuff out within the next, I think, week or two about that. And if you want some one-on-one sessions as well, because sometimes we all either need accountability, or we just need somebody to be there, and not just somebody, but somebody with the right connection to you. Anybody you can reach out to, but just make sure that if you reach out to me, it feels good for you. We can do a discovery call and we can see if this fits you. Okay, so y'all, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, try something new and see where it takes you. Bye.